I'm Janine Xavier Cross.
I'm Janelle Xavier. And where's Xavier Street?
This is what you beat on the inside and we're ready to
go. Are you, Jewel? I think you have hidden talents that you're not talking about.
I just get put up the bar. Ain't no bar, Mr. Drum.
Yeah. I can honestly say that they've done such a good job with hospitality and welcoming all people in.
Well, Samantha Moon.
So my name is Claudette. Alona People.
I am Selena.
And then that's how it started. When I came home,
My name is Pumba. Stage name, of course.
Well, I was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica.
I am Evelina Blanc.
I am a mother first. I think I'm a really wonderful friend. And a really great business.
I gotta be ready because you'll be like, oh, she picked that. No, I didn't.
Yep. I am Kendra Stephen.
I am Rena Charles, aka Mystery.
People forward in victory.
Welcome to Dissect. Of course, I go by the name of Novelist. I am riding solo tonight. Gotta say, big up to my partner in crime, Jules, that's, not with us tonight. Tonight, have another lovely show for you guys, as usual. I got two of the guests in the back. Unfortunately, one of the guests will not be joining us tonight, and another guest is running late. But we're gonna do with what we got, and we're gonna bring on one of our beautiful guest, Miss Abia.
Hi, shalom to everyone. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Dissect.
Yes, number 3.
Yeah. And of course, for the second time on Dissect, the man, Mr. Challenger, was what's going on?
That's the love, man. Yeah, man.
Yes. So, welcome you guys. You guys are no strangers to the platform. Challenger was here in the first season. Abia is here for the third time with us, and it's a blessing to have you guys. I know it's a busy time, family time, and shopping time, and all these things. So, thanks for taking the time to sit down with me this evening.
Not a problem.
So, Challenger, it's been a while. So, let's give them some insights. We know challengers from Dominica. Probably want to give us a little bit more. Tell us what part of Dominica you're from, the music you're doing, stuff like that, and then we get right into it.
Yeah, man. So I'm Challenger, and that is I always got a clear ear. That's my official name. I mean. So when say official, that's my surname, that's last name, that's everything. My born name. I mean, so I'm from Mao, city that never sleeps. It's that vibe. So I've been based in the tri-state for a number of years, and this is where my music career pretty much kick off, really.
Right.
And I've been just making my contribution, just being a versatile artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've touched many different genres, from hip hop, reggae, dancehall, soca, bouillon. So I have I've been out of the bouillon realm for a while, and clearly went back this year, just to continue with my contribution, which I feel like, a lot of vibes is needed really in the bouillon world. Like we can't have too much of one type of music. One style, one. So I was believe that my contribution to bouillon is needed. Just like I feel like a lot of those artists that have been there before, from Skinny Benton, go back to all these guys that, with that vibe, that authentic vibe.
Right.
I feel like it's really needed in bouillon. So it's just I just feel like I had to go back because this is where really my stage show and my vibe, my foundation, I could say, started. So I have to go back to basics So I feel like I had to jump back there. So that's where I'm at right now. Putting some new releases for Carnival and just getting back there to so I could I mean just push back to what my goal is musically, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Nice. And Abia, I mean, well, we know you as, I don't like to categorize artists, right? So we know you as an artist. You
Yes.
sing calypso, you sing reggae, and anything else. Oh, wow. What do you have currently going on?
Okay, well, since the last time we spoke, I released my reggae EP, African Renaissance, in July. And so one of the songs, Wake Up, did debut at number 2 in Switzerland. That was back in August. So I'm seeing some traction with this EP. I also released Kada Slipso because, like you say, multi-genre.
Right.
I also released Kada Slipso, and I must say, Kada Slipso is a genre I have rediscovered the past 2, 3 years,
Mhm.
really through Creole Heartbeat and Wadix and his team. I must commend them because I mean that's music I love all the time, but I was pushing reggae constantly from 2020,
Right.
pushing reggae singles. I've been also participating in calypso national calypso competitions,
Mhm.
and which, by the way, in 2021, I emerged third runner up. It was a virtual event at that time. COVID was around,
Right.
so I'm still involved in calypso up to this day, but I rediscovered the love for calypso because as you age and you experience things and you overstand situations in life, and I'm learning, I'm relearning Creole language.
Right.
I started to understand all those songs that I loved as a little girl from the artists like Chubby and them. I started to really understand what they were singing, and I'm like, what? Like, Kind of Sleep So is also like a revolutionary, like
Yeah.
anti-oppression kind of vibe, which I also get when I do the reggae music. So I've been doing reggae and Kada Sleep So tete a tete, head to head. So I released the Kada Sleep So EP in July as well, called Revolution,
Mhm.
and that has also been receiving love from even reggae listeners. They
Nice.
are liking the crayon, and some of them messaging me, Abia, what do you mean? When you say whatever, and and it's a pleasure for me to learn Creole through music, and
Mhm.
it's also a pleasure for me to teach persons from across the world our language. So
Right.
I've been doing that ever since. I recently re-entered Calypso competition again in eliminations, December. Look, I even forget the date we had it, but I went through, and I'm looking forward to quarterfinals January 13th.
Nice.
So yes, this has been my story thus far.
Okay. Now, both of you guys do different genres of music. Um, Challenger, is it whatever you started with, right? Was it that is it okay, let me put it this way. Is it that you guys love music so much that you just want to challenge yourself, or is it something that you just find within yourself as you keep growing?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. The passion for music. I mean, music on a whole. That's just a passion because, I mean, and just not just us creating, but also people that consuming. I mean, they just the passion for music. There's a lot of people that cannot put music together, but they just in love with music. I mean, so I think it's the passion first. For me, it's the passion,
Hmm.
and within the passion, I want to. I mean, I have different goals. I mean, I want to excel. I mean, I want to move
Right.
up to the next level. And I mean, so I do I mean, to me, a lot of music is like how I'm trying to express myself at the time. I mean,
Hmm.
so for me, Booyah is and soca is I look at Booyah and soca as in a deeper sense because to
Right.
me that's ancestral music. Understand?
Right.
Because for us in Dominica, Booyah is oh, I mean emancipation, the lack of with the culture itself within the electric sound. I mean,
Right.
so So to me, like I'm explaining carnival, it's more about emancipation. You understand? So I think we live in that out all the time when it comes to carnival.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's about explaining oh carnival, but it's the whole reason for carnival is being left out. Just like when some people talk about Christmas, like something like what is the is Christmas about gifts or Christmas about what? What is the true meaning? I mean,
Right.
so I always talking about the true meaning of carnival. I mean, so for me, it's deep. It's more ancestral stuff. I mean, that's what our ancestors went through, and that's how they liberate themselves. That's how they, I mean, that's how they express themselves.
Hmm.
So I'm always interested in that. I mean, reggae for me is it's being your true self. I mean, it's trying to say what. I mean, it's showing that you care. I mean, it's just so much message in there, so much vibes in there. I mean, so um, and any other music, just like rap. This is where I totally fall in love with music when it comes to hip hop. I mean, and I just take all that and bulk that together. I mean, so I'm excited every time in the studio. It doesn't matter what kind of music I'm doing. I'm excited. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I heard Via talk about the Kadas. I love Kadas. Like I had understand Kadas is so musical. I mean, kind of have the sway. Some Kadas is set like it sways R&B that's playing. I mean, with all the
Yeah.
changes and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's so musical and then lyrical. You have to really understand what
Yeah.
Kadas is talking about. So many songs. As I tell you, it took me a little while to understand. And when I finally get it, I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
is great music right there. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I would see myself like that's another challenge for me. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I have to do cover Kadas. So I have to put Kadas. I
I would
have
like to
to.
see
I have to
that.
do it. I have to do it.
I would like to see that one.
No, I have to do it. Just I have to do it.
But it can be. Listen, if I was, okay, I can say I was forced to do it because I did not want to do it. Like, but after I did it, it's like, yo, this is tough. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the whole cat as the singing booyah, calypso, soca, those type of things, right? So, but it's like you guys said, as you get older and you listen to some of these songs, you really catch the message.
Yeah.
Like my mom would play all this Midnight Groovers, Exile One, just name them. Black Affairs, just name them. I didn't understand anything. All I know is Puyoko and we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sat down one day and just, in my upbringing age and just like, wow, are you kidding me? This guy went to jail for a coconut? Like, what? You know what I mean? Yeah, like as you get older, you kind of dissect the lyrics and then you really understand what this artist is saying. Uh, but Abby, would you okay? Seeing that you do um, reggae, calypso, calypso, do you find yourself influenced by other artists of those genres, or you still or you still find your own niche to all these different genres?
Okay, so it's both because that's why I do them in the first place because in my upbringing, I was surrounded by these genres all the time. Like I was raised in a musical family. Okay, so up to this very day, my father is 70 something years old and he has these huge speakers because
Oh
when
yeah.
he ready, he wants the family together and let's listen to some nice music. For
Nice.
him, it's calypso, soca, and also gospel.
Okay.
Um, but I was raised in that musical family, and there are artists that I love so much. And like you're saying, it's true. It's Midnight Groovers, our local artist Ophelia, like we heard that on the radio all the time, and I just loved the beats and I enjoyed that until I really became to understand what they were saying.
Right.
Also, with reggae, so many reggae artists we can talk about foundation, conscious reggae artists that I heard in my home. Calypso for sure from my father. Again, he studied in Trinidad and it's like he came back a whole Calypsonian with all these Sparrow CDs and all that. It was vinyls back then.
Right.
So I was surrounded by that. So I it was natural for me to now tap into these genres because I love these artists so much. It's music I wanted to engage in naturally.
Mhm.
And also because I'm finding my own self in it. It's the foundation of these genres. It's how they use music as a vehicle to push such positive messages,
Right.
which is the same thing I want to do. I feel like I have a message that's very powerful and needs to be heard. So if I can use genres, as vehicles to get that message across to the listeners, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And we live in an era where we are independent artists reaching out the world
Hmm.
easily. you know, you don't have to depend on major labels to get
Right.
your music done, produced, and marketed, right?
Facts.
So major label does not have any say as to what genre I should stick to. So I have that liberty, and my husband enjoys producing all these genres, and he's so musically inclined himself. So
Right.
yes, it's just a combination of all these things, but mostly the passion, for sure, the passion for music. If
Hmm.
it wasn't for that, we would not have sat down and listened and enjoyed these genres in the first place
Right.
to even now engage with them.
Right. Like I listened to oh, your song Gun, by the way. I love the wordplay in that song. Love that.
Yes, I give thanks, give thanks.
Yeah. Um, when I listen to your reggae and your calypso music, I hear pretty much like the same message, right? It's all about like togetherness. It's all about all people. It's all about like the things that's going on around us. That's what I get from you, Abia, right?
Yeah.
So I want to actually challenge you this, because I listen to Challenger a lot too. So I listen to reggae, I hear a different message than when I listen to Booyah, or even when
Yeah,
we work together, right?
yeah, yeah.
So would you say, like, I guess I want to ask you the same question I asked Abia. Is it do you find yourself creating your own niche, or do you find a heavy influence in the different genres?
Well, I mean, I will have to answer like Empress did. Like I would say both, because you know I am highly influenced by everybody. I mean,
Right.
like I mean, artists that's not even out yet to the world. I mean, I'm influenced by them. So,
Yeah.
um, and then I'm also trying to make my own. I mean, find my own niche and make my own stamp into this music business.
Right.
You know, every genre I have. I mean, sometimes I pay a lot of attention to music. I mean, I studied like a book. I mean,
Right.
I'm just not so great in promotion, but when it comes to music, it's like I'm just paying so much. Like I would sit with a producer and I'll just sit and tell him what I want, and he would look at me like I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he don't know what. Yeah, and he would be surprised when I tell him what I want, and he's like, "Oh man, I thought you really." Yeah, I studied like that. I know exactly what I want, and when you don't give me what I want, that's how we'll be here sitting down, going
Yeah.
back and forth. Understand? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So yeah, so I'm like totally inspired by musicians, great musician and great music. I
Right.
mean, and I'm always trying to find my way. Like I'm always trying to reinvent myself. You know what I mean? So I feel like I mean, there's so much to do, so much to do.
Hmm. What do you guys think of the current state of music on a whole? I mean, you guys have been around for a while. You guys are both lyrically gifted. Um, Music to me now it sounds a lot watered down, a lot more, I guess, simple. Like we were saying in the back, you don't really have to say much to get, to get your point across. How do you guys feel about, I guess we could take Calypso out of that because Calypso you cannot come and say the same thing over and over, right? So as far as the other genres, how do you guys feel about the state of where it is right now?
Let me see. I guess it's dynamic across regions. But I think are you talking about the lyrical content and the quality of production, whether instruments are used or not? It's you see it again. It's the freedom we find. Like Challenger was saying, there are artists that I find that are underground and they're not necessarily mainstream. And I listen to them and I love them. So I know that music that I love still exists.
Right.
Okay, music that I can relate to still exists. Perhaps in the mainstream, they have chosen a sort of very quick way to put out the singles, make it blast out.
Right.
Next tune. I find that in the mainstream, in the Western Hemisphere, I guess music has become digitized. Because reggae is my number one vibe. Then you have the Kadaslixo for sure, and we always try our best to use authentic sounding instruments in production. And I have the I have the liberty to see songs being produced. Like Challenger said, he's a part of the production of his songs. You know what you want, and what I want are real sounding instruments. So that's what I find with mainstream music, that it just lacks the heart, the depth, the real. And then you see these performers on stage more than likely with a DJ, because their music cannot always translates into a live band. I appreciate live band music. That is my thing.
Of course.
And I will pay money to go and see a live band. So that's what I find, that it just lacks the live authentic sound.
Yeah.
That's what I said,
I think it's right now it's like a wave. It's like a wave. It's like as music is moving on a frequency that is that is good to the ear, but it's a real slackness kind of vibe. Understand? Because it's not because we in Dominica um um experiencing it as well. So people would say, "Oh, I can't believe this guy's making this kind of music," but you would still find the same people dancing to it, right?
Right. Of
Right? You
course.
still find a million views under those kind of songs. But it's not just I would say as a DA thing, that is a global thing.
Yeah.
Understand? Like the music have shift on a whole global level
Yeah.
on a frequency which is just slackness. Understand?
Yep.
So and plus the production is not as great as before, right? And it's easier for artists to just pop up, and it's easier for a man to sit down behind his computer and make a beat,
Right.
and everything is just easier, and everything, and so much access to the internet that it kind of bent the scale. It's a wave, and it's gonna pass,
Right.
and then gonna come back to where it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand what's really going on, and it's just because people are in love with what's going on.
Right.
Understand? And when you make a certain kind of music, it's like it fall in deaf ear. And it's not that your music is not good, it's just that people are not listening to this right now.
Right.
Right? Just like, okay, where did all the great culture artists go? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They struggling to get a hit.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to hear that. People want
Nope.
to hear people actually want to hear the same thing they complain about. Oh, there's a guy making a bunch of music there. In one song, tell you a
So.
million ways how to kill a man in one song.
Yeah.
You understand? And
Yep.
tell you about some type of lifestyle that you can maybe sit behind your computer and imagine. And this is what they like.
Right.
Then they glorify badness, they glorify all kind of things. And this is what really is on that frequency.
Right.
Understand? And it's tripling down to every genre of music.
Yes.
I mean, it was just everybody's coming about hip hop. Oh, hip hop is this, hip hop is that, gangster rap, the dance hall. It took the dance out of the dance hall. Dance hall is rap, trap, whatever they calling it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So from dance hall, from hip hop to dance hall, and now it's tripling down into soca and booyah.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we face in a wave.
Right.
I mean, it's a frequency, and that is just good to the ear. Because you make good music and you have your people around you say, boy, it's a bad song, boy. Lyrics, I mean vibes. When you put it out, it's just doing it in the response you're looking at. And you checking like, hold on, is it me or just like what is going on? But you have to understand that's a wave.
It's a
I
wave.
mean, yes. So as an artist that put music out all the time, you have to be smart now. So what should I do now? And be irrelevant when this wave is going on,
Right.
or you're gonna lose yourself and jump into that,
That's
or
that's
or you're gonna walk around that with wordplay, right?
right.
Because you can't stay back.
No, you gotta keep moving.
Yeah. You cannot stop.
You,
And
you don't wanna sell, you don't wanna sell yourself at the end of the day either, right?
yes. Now you keep on stay. Some people say, "Oh, I'm just true to myself, and I'm just gonna make my music. This is me. This is what I give." You can do that, true, yes. But if you're doing music as a career, like this is your job, and this is what you do every day, and
Right.
this is how you feed your family. Now that forces artists that to go that way because this is where the wave going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, but now it's many ways to go around it because there are people that are still true to the music, want to hear the culture, they want to hear the uplifting music, they want to hear, I mean, just positive vibes. They are still there.
Yeah.
They're just silent. I
Yeah.
mean, they're just silent, and we have to figure out as artists, as your job to how you're gonna present yourself, what
Right.
you're gonna do when this wave is going on. I mean, because if you listen to my first Boyo track, it's a money song. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, go get the money, go get. I'm saying, so it's like a hustle song, and when I make the second song, it's a sample from Chris Brown, and I'm talking about some body language stuff and and all that. This song get way more attention than the first song.
Right.
Understand? Because I'm like walking on the edge of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not jumping in the wave, but I'm on the edge.
Yeah.
So okay. I mean, like I could have took it there, but I'm on the edge. So it
Right.
kind of grabbed. I mean, the amount of phone calls I get for that second song is like, oh, okay, that's it then. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, but see the difference in different areas. I sent those two songs. So now I have my regular links all over Africa, right? So well, a few places in Africa I have my regular links. So what I did, I send the boy a few of them links,
Right.
right? And now the first song, the money song, it have more like a dancehall flow,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And that's it. They just keep on playing that song over and over. Not the second song,
Right.
the first song over and again. And now it's on the other side of the world. They're playing the second song.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? So you see what attracting them because it to them it feels like, oh, this is our uplifting song. Go get the money. Let's go. I mean, go,
Yeah.
push.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So that's a vibe to them that attracting them over there. That
Right.
other side, you have a whole different. But if you realize it's slackness music is not really affecting Africa. I'm saying if you look at it, you don't see those dancehall artists go into Africa and perform. You're still
That's
seeing the cult. You're still seeing the authentic culture artists
Mhm.
still making them tours to Africa. So
So
that tells you something right there.
so basically they in the Western world where they're giving us all the watered down music then
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah,
It's like Abia said, like, the artist is still there. Like
yeah,
a lot of this old reggae artists that we don't see, they're touring in Europe.
yeah.
But it's one of those things where you have to look for them. And I think people, you could keep feeding us the junk, but I think people on a whole, they wake up in different moods, they go for different things throughout the day. So they will always go and look for that authentic music sometimes. Like the stuff I listen to, bro, you'll be like, what? Like listen to some stuff, man, like it doesn't even have no digital music in it at all.
Yeah.
Like I listen to some real old like music, and I mean authentic music. So, and I still listen to the new stuff. So,
I,
but
I listened to this rock song the other day, right? And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. I mean, we talking about nasty business is like on the highest level you can think of.
right,
This old school dude.
Right.
singing this song. I mean, I don't want my kids to listen to that. I mean,
Right.
bro, bro. I mean, listen. I listened to that. I played it over and over like this. Really, like. But listen, and you could hear the people in the crowd singing away because I'm telling you, this music,
That's
this
what I like.
music, it has a wave, and that everybody's is just tuned into that wave. I mean,
Let's jump. Since you brought it up, I didn't really want to go there, but since you brought it up, let's go there for a minute. What do you guys think of that whole nasty, so-called nasty business era that's going on?
I
Anyone?
think it's an error I think it's a situation like Challenger said, is happening all over.
All right.
As a follower of music, to me, how to say it? To me, you know, it's expected because it's in dance hall, it's everywhere. So we're making noise about it in Dominica. And best believe we are still inviting the dancehall artists who literally sing the
Right.
same, around the same tone to to Dominica. So I knew this is something that happens no matter what pop music, no matter what genre. For
Of
true,
course.
there's a high sexual tone. So
Right.
to me, it's following the trend of that because sex has always sold
Mm-hmm.
quickly. It's something that the greater population will gravitate to, and it is something that I have seen even throughout the generations. Because I remember my father music, his parents thinking that his music that they listened to had a high sexual tone, and they complained about it. So to me, like I tell you, as I get older, I see things differently, and I will always see a generation to have music with a high sexual tone. So that's how I see it. We need to be responsible for what we bring into our homes and in our systems and in our lives. I mean, one thing that I would appreciate that I guess legislation in Dominica would do is just to put legislation as to where these types of music are allowed to be played.
All right.
You understand where it's because I am also in the education system. I work with the Ministry of Education as well, and I have gone to schools where and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm like, what? And they're playing the so-called clean version, but these children know
The dirty version, of course.
the words.
Of course.
And of course, in the public, you're walking and you're hearing this from a bar, from a something. To
Right.
me, when it comes to legislation and music in Dominica, that needs great, great, great improvement. So it's not just the kind of lyrical content that is allowed in public, but also there's so much more legislations we can put in Dominica to really just make sure that children are protected,
Right.
or the most vulnerable among us are protected, and still, I think it's gonna happen no matter what generation we're in.
Yeah. Facts.
well. I say something like this, right? When it comes to to music and other artists and their creation, right? I was once upon a time I used to be like, I don't support that kind of music, or I don't like that style, or I don't like that artist because of. But you have to understand when when an artist create, they create from some point, either from within or his environment, or he build his vibes, whatever he create, and it's working, right? It's a thing like this. If it's working for him, that means that he's gonna continue doing
Doing it.
whatever he's doing, right?
Of course.
And if it's working for him, the next artist coming up gonna say, "Oh, that worked for him. Well, I'm gonna, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do."
Right.
Right? So now, artists, it's hard because you cannot really, you cannot, you can, it's a certain way you can put it, like nasty business have, it has its pros and its cons. Right? It have taken Boya to our next level as well,
Yes.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
I cannot dare saying, oh, that is this and that is that. I mean, I can see where Booyah was and where Booyah is now because of Nasty Business, right?
Yeah.
No, how you deliver it, because when I perform live and I sing in Booyah, you might hear a few things come out at my mouth that is not on the record.
Yeah, of
Understand?
course.
And I might put it in the rawest form because I'm performing to an audience that I mean that is their thing. Understand? They as a BSA sex sell and it happens with all different type of genre. And I mean dancehall, hip hop, that's it. Understand? So I think Nasty Business is doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, as a BSA, the kids might gotta think about the kids, but still, uh, that's something you cannot really. I mean, you cannot help that.
It's one of those things where do you point the finger? And like you said, there's pros and cons in it, and I guess
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
pros and cons in anything. I could sit here and contradict myself over and over and over. I could say you do not blame the artist because he's an artist and he's
Yeah.
creating,
Yeah.
but the artist also has a responsibility
Yeah.
for the people that listens to his music.
That's
You
true.
could sit here and you could say the radio host. Yeah, if the radio host, you probably don't want to play certain things on the radio, but then you have the masses calling for it. What do you do, right? Um, so yeah, it's if I have to think about it, from the time I was a little child listening to music in Dominica, I understand French very well. I could not speak Creole until I was 13, 14 years old, but I understood every single word of Creole. You could not have a
Yeah.
conversation in the room, and I did not understand what was going on. I understood everything. So when we were getting the Zouk music from Guadeloupe, that was nasty business, big bass,
Yeah,
this, that. It was nasty business. In its rawest form, just in French. I understood it, right? So my whole thing is this. This is something that should have been controlled way back instead of complaining about it. And now it just blossomed into what it is. So you know, Sparrow did it. Yeah, he masked it.
That's
And if you go on Frankie Vessai did it. He did not mask it. But had the DJs and the producers at that time said, hey, you know what? Let's tone it down a little bit and control the vibes. Maybe it would have been a little bit different now.
well. I think to I mean, as you said, Sparrow. I mean, look, listen. A lot of Booyah CK did it a few times, and I mean, we can name Burning Flame, Jam Band. They all did it. What you have to understand is you have people now that is young generation that is just they don't have time for that. Somebody just yeah, watch that. I don't gonna. It's not. Probably they just can't find a way to mask it.
Right. That too.
Then or just don't care to mask it, and they say, you know what, I just gonna get to the raw as ever.
Yeah.
And no, and again, so if that is working for them, they're gonna more and more artists gonna come up singing the same thing. I mean, let's say they put up it was banned, and the whole public was saying, ah, that's not it. Nobody will be making those songs no more, right?
Mhm.
But because if you look at a million views, one make one song and he traveling all around the Caribbean. So that says a lot. That means that not just Dominica love it. We're talking about the whole Caribbean is
The whole
is in
world.
move.
The whole
Actually, the whole world. I
Yeah.
mean, is paying attention to this because as I said earlier, man, it's the wave.
Right.
It's that frequency, and everybody's in tune to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because somebody in Jamaica will listen and say, okay, I don't really like, everything is calypso. I really don't like that. That's not my kind of music, but this song, I'm in love with.
Yeah.
So those songs are catchy. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. I have Jamaican friends, I have Trini friends, and when they hear that kind of music, they get excited.
Yeah.
And they have heard Booyah many times,
Yeah.
right? But as soon as they hear that kind of music,
Yeah.
is the wave. I mean, they tune. They like exactly what they hear. The lyrics.
Yeah,
Probably not even the beat. It's
yeah,
just what is they saying at the time.
that's true. That's
You
true.
know.
That's true.
So
Because I had a conversation with Ra. I don't really want to stay on this too much, but I had a conversation with Ra before, and Ra was saying, oh, in the early years of doing booyah music, a lot of the Trinidadian artists, I wouldn't call the names he told me, but they were saying that this music is too fast, way
yeah.
too fast, right? And now they're eating it like ration food. You know what I mean? So again, I think it is the topic and and not really the music.
Yeah.
Right? But
Let me just add something here, if it's okay.
yeah, man.
You're right, because I remember when I went to university in 2012. Yes, I studied university and I played bouillon music, and that was like WCK, like original WCK. Okay, and these Trinidadian friends of mine are telling me, your music is so fast. I'm looking at her like, y'all love soca, y'all singing soca, but it really was quite fast even back then, and now they're soaking it up to the point where you have the Trinidadian artists playing the bouillon music, yeah, asking for our producers. And by the way, I want to just yes, Challenger, what do you all want me to do? You want me to tell the artists don't make, you understand? If a lot of our work comes from in here, and it really shows outwardly what, the kind of upbringing we've had, the kind of situations we enjoy in our lives. So naturally, people will make some sort of music, whether they had to lean into it now and then, but eventually people make music that they love, and people sing lyrics that they will indulge in those things.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I am not going to go to a studio and shut it down. We still, but I do what I do. I stick to my message, like you say, and
Yeah.
I'm using these multi genres to reach the listeners, because first of all, I when I started to try it in back in 2020, I used to counsel a while back. Heavy thing to do, counseling, heavy thing to do. And I'm seeing dancers, people who are on booyah stages dancing with these artists coming with depression, coming
Right.
with low self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
people who really indulge in those kind of music, and they love that, because we talk about, when they see me, they know I'm a musician, so we're talking about music. So
Right.
I saw so many people like that walking through these doors, still lost
Mm-hmm.
and not being fully fulfilled with even these high sexual tones that they enjoy from time to time.
Yeah.
And that's why back in 2020 I decided with my husband, look, let's do this, let's put this message out there, because people empty, people hurting, people depressed, people really have real issues. When you see they drink the rum and they have a good time and they go home, they're going back to their problems. So I want to make music that when you see they hear it and they had latch onto it, it gonna
Right.
stay there. You understand? Something that when they leave the presence, they can go home with something and actually be fulfilled. So I'm keeping to my message, for real, for real. It's naturally who I am. I cannot sing those other lyrics. I
Right.
don't even know how to do it. And you will never see me with a short pants on stage. Like, that will never, like,
Right.
it's not me. So I can't even force it if I try.
Right.
You feel me? So I just want to put it out there that even through all this, the positivity will strike through. And then again, my past experience and my spirituality, I just know, like, and I'm sure Challenger feels it. Music is your purpose in life. So you know the road, you kind of understand the road that you have to walk on. So you walk in no matter what.
Right.
Is that?
Facts. Facts. But I think it's appreciated and needed that people just stick to their true selves,
Oh
because
yeah.
it's like I said, we don't always wake up in the same mode. Like today I might get up and I want to hear, I don't know, Triple K. I'm not gonna get up like that tomorrow. I'm gonna get up tomorrow and want to hear Bob Marley, or you know what I mean. So we do need the authentic, the message. We still need those type of music. You know, the way I look at it, the media is pushing one thing on us, and yeah, let's eat it. Fine, it's fast food, but then you want to feed your soul as well, right? So you go to your kitchen, get a little Abia, get a little Mr. Challenger, listen to that, uplift yourself, right?
Yeah, man. So I mean, so how I look at it sometimes is two different artists, right? As an artist that look at it as a as a business point of view,
Facts.
and look at it, listen, as I create art. That's what I
Mhm.
create, right?
Mhm.
So when I create this music, if it's that's what people want, that's what I'm gonna create. And there's artists that create from within, artists
Right.
that create what is true to them, and they stick to what is true to them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? There's artists just like a lot of those. If you see like hip hop, the record label tell you what you need to make.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do,
Yeah.
right? Because they're looking at it as at a business point of view. This is what you need to do. This is what's gonna sell, right? This is what you have on the shelf, and this is what's gonna sell. And if you
Right.
don't create that, it's not gonna sell.
Mhm.
So, as you as an artist have to know what type of artist you are. Either you're the artist that's looking in a business point of view, or you're the artist that is doing it from within and
Yeah.
keeping it real. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
That is true. And I think
Is that
you made a very good point because I think hip hop music is probably one of the most influential music on the globe,
right?
right? I mean, reggae music is the most influential music, or well, is one of them. But I think hip hop has so circumpassed reggae to the point where you have WAP songs like WAP come out, then you have
Mhm.
songs like or Nasty Business comes out,
Mhm.
right? So I think hip hop plays a very, very leading role in these other genres following suit, especially with the topics. So
Oh yeah, but you could hear that in Booyah as well. You could hear the hip hop influence in Booyah
yeah,
all the time.
yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know?
Hip hop influences a lot of stuff, right?
So and don't forget that hip hop was birthed out of reggae.
Yeah,
So it started with reggae first, then the hip hop came, and that was it. And artists, the mainstream artists know that. Busta Rhymes knows that, and he bigs up the reggae artists all the time.
yeah,
So yeah, reggae music is pretty influential for sure.
yeah. And most of the old school hip hop artists, especially the Caribbean ones, they'll tell you, yeah, they put a little reggae in their vibe, or they put what a little Caribbean in their vibe. So yeah, we definitely know reggae is definitely one of the most influential music in the world. Like you could just go anywhere and everybody knows a Bob Marley somewhere, right? So, but yeah, it just happened that hip hop kind of suppressed it. But now the real question before we leave is like, you guys are staying true to your art, true to yourselves, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people appreciate that, including myself. But I'm sure that makes it tough for you as an artist that, you have to put food on the table. You do not want to go down lower than your level. You know what I mean? Don't want to degrade yourself. You're trying to stay true to yourself. So doesn't that make it harder for you guys though? Like, with the music being played or even like catching performances and whatever it is.
I would not say harder. I would probably say I have to be more patient
Right. Okay.
because, because I'm using my current income to reinvest into the music like heavy.
Right.
As music is very expensive. Very expensive to create,
Yep.
very expensive to market.
Hmm.
So so I feel it is nothing from me to sacrifice to do that. You
Right.
feel me? That's how I have, such a deep passion for it. Um, for me, it just takes time because I'm seeing where I could have spent the funds. And
Right.
if that's the thing about the major labels, they already have the money. So they give these artists a down payment that the artists have to pay back through whatever means.
Hmm.
And then they also use the records labels money to create videos, to do the marketing, to connect to big radio stations. That's the difference. So as an independent studio, Kaya Studios here, it's definitely based on the amount of resources we have. That's
Right.
how much we can really reach with the music. So to me, it's a matter of being patient. I don't even know if it's difficult. I don't feel it's difficult, but yeah.
Well, 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 it's not difficult. It's just you still that's still you being you, right?
Right.
So it's not difficult, but it's frustrating, I would say,
Hmm.
to to create and stay relevant. Understand? Because it's just yeah, you have to stay relevant if music is your job. Understand? If the music is your job, your job is to create,
Yep.
reinvent yourself, and you know what I mean. Wheel and come again every time you put a song and doesn't get the play that you want.
Yeah.
I mean, just come in a vibe where you yourself can manage yourself as an artist. Manage yourself where you
Hmm.
can look, you can see what is your next move, what happened with that first record, or why that first record didn't go anywhere.
Right.
I mean, and reinvent yourself because you have to be relevant if you're really trying to be successful in music. I mean, and that is the frustrating part of it. I
Right.
mean, I always say it's easy to create. It's easy to create music. That's the easy part, to create the music. I
Yeah.
mean, right up here, you would say that you would go and record the song. That's a very easy part,
Not
right?
a problem. One night.
Right? And those after you're done with that record is now the frustration comes. Now the headache is what? All right, how am I gonna get how am I gonna get this to the world? I
Right.
mean, not
Yeah.
not 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 just around Dominica, but I'm gonna send this to the world. You
Right.
know, so that is the frustration right there, and that's where it comes where you said it's expensive, it's this, is that, it's a lot. It's a lot of
Hmm.
headache. I mean, I rather somebody else deal with the headache than me. I mean, I just want to make that's all I want to do.
That's
Yeah.
always, I think that's always better when you have a team. You know what I mean? Because you're
Mhm.
doing everything by yourself. It takes away a lot from you, right? Because then you gotta write the song, you gotta
Yes.
market the song, you gotta like that's a lot,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
I think everybody definitely needs a team, and sometimes the hardest part is getting the team. But once you get everything rolling, the team just kind of forms around you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's hard, man. Just for as an artist, you have to be a businessman, businesswoman. You just it's not about just making music no more. It's music is
more than that.
10%
Yeah.
talent.
Hmm.
Yes.
It's in talent. It's not about talent. It's just how good of a businessman or woman you is.
And you
Your
gotta.
Right?
business model. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm sorry, when you're I was so going back now to the Trinidadian artists, now taking in the bouyon music, they have a pretty good business model, these artists. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping, really hoping that even our producers who give off these songs, and even our artists who maybe be featured with these artists in the bouyon genre, because the people like it, obviously,
Yeah.
do they? I hope we all have a really good business model to make sure we benefit from this. Like the bouyon artist, you benefit from this. You feel me?
Right.
Because it's going somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
But what your business model, get your business in order.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be interesting to know the business aspect of it because now I hear people like Mr. Vegas doing their own Booyah song. It's like, yeah, he's getting paid. He's doing
Yes, and what it have for us now?
exactly. So I
Oh.
really wonder. I hope these guys are doing themselves justice because it doesn't hurt me, but I hope they're doing themselves justice by doing the right paperwork and not just getting excited and just give an artist your beat and next thing you know he's making thousands and all around the place and you're sitting in a little kabuya somewhere.
For real. And that's the same thing that happened with foundation reggae artists.
Yeah.
Even today there are lawsuits with very elderly reggae artists are now in court with record labels because they didn't get their business. Luciano himself admitted to
Yeah.
signing contracts and getting into deals he didn't fully understand. And he lost. He made a loss because of that.
It's just
Yeah.
the excitement of just wanting to be and not having, the educational background of it, right?
Yeah, you want to be popular?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem. Be popular.
It's gonna cost you.
Come with a price, you know.
Right?
Exactly.
So, um, Abia, congratulations again on Kaip Solvide. So we're looking for you
Thank
what,
you.
in February or is it January? The
January 13th, quarterfinals.
quarterfinals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're definitely gonna be looking forward to that. And
Thank you.
I'm not afraid for you. You're good. You're doing your thing. Cha- Challenger, of course, has the new Booyah track out. Um, what are we looking? Anything else coming out on the other side of the genre, or we're looking for some more Booyah in the near
Yeah,
future?
yeah. I got two more Booyah tracks
Oh,
coming. Should be maybe like end of the month in early January.
okay.
Uh, I,
Nice.
I got a feature with Mr. Benji.
Okay,
Should
nice.
be, should be out soon.
Nice, nice.
Um, yeah, yeah. So bro, I recorded about 6 Booyah tracks like in no time. I had more issues with the producers than, than recording the songs. Understand? So so I have those songs. Um, so my goal was to just put those songs out and see to see the reaction, and you know what I mean, and just keep me personally just vibing still, you know. Yeah, you know, and let me tell you one thing though. I realize Booyah is way more expensive than reggae,
Oh, how so?
bro. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I Booyah. So I made Booyah for many years, but I had inside producers, right?
Right.
The inside producers is that with Scrappy would send me a beat and Husky would send me a beat and this
Yep.
guy would send me a beat. And that's guys within the band. So I never
Right.
pay for those beats,
Yeah.
right? And then we have Obang doing all the mixing. So I mean, even though he gets paid, it's just like a family thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Years.
yeah.
So I'm doing this now. These guys are talking some ridiculous money. Like what? What? Yeah. I didn't know. I was shocked. I was
Yeah,
shocked. I would tell you like it take you about $500 to US to do one Booyah song,
Okay.
right? And
Please
I
tell me
did.
that's mixed and mastered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean production, mix and
That's
master.
nice. Yeah, okay. But, all right. Yeah.
Let me tell you that with the Booyah songs I did 4 songs. I mean 4 songs. So I'm talking about uh
$2,000.
yeah. So we're talking about 4 records and with the graphics is a whole nother story again.
Oh yeah.
And,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
That
that's
must
four
sound
songs.
nice.
So that's $2,000. Bro, I could do a whole reggae album with this.
Right. Of course.
I'm telling
That's
you, I could do a whole reggae album.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blew my mind, blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this. What?
That's
I
that's a
listen.
plan.
So you know what I did? You know what I did in my. So I recorded like 6 songs, and the
Mhm.
2 last songs, what I did, I I just mixed the beat myself, right? And I sent it to Africa. So my guy over there would mix down, would do the vocals and mix and master the beat,
Right.
the whole song,
Yeah.
right? You know how much he charged me? One song he charged me $60. The next song he charged me $80
Yeah.
because they had more tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can believe that? I'm telling you, like,
That's
and
crazy.
it's crazy.
Well, I guess it's one way to look at it. If you pay off that $500, all the royalties of the song just belongs to you, right?
What, Booyah?
Yeah,
That's
again,
not true.
maybe in the
No,
future.
that's not. Well, listen. I would buy for $200, right? I'd probably
Mhm.
get 4 dancehall beats or reggae beats
Yeah.
in Africa, right?
Yeah. Oh
And,
yeah.
and they're great producers.
Yeah.
They're great
Yeah.
producers, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, and I'm not just getting those beats. Those beats are mine. So when it comes out the producer and it come in my computer, they
That's
have
it.
nothing to do with it. It's my
Yeah.
beat. I can put it out and say produced by me if I want.
Right.
You see?
You bought
It
it
is,
off.
but doesn't yet on this Booyah beats, these guys want their names to be in the beat.
Yep. Yep.
It still belongs to them,
Oh
right? So
wow.
if I pay $300 for a beat, I have no. They
Man,
still
so,
have their rights for the beat.
what's
I
this
mean,
like? I gotta
300.
pay you for the
Huh?
beat, and you're still gonna get royalties. You're still gonna get your credit and everything.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. I agree with the credits, but it's the but anyway, that's the deal that they have
What
with you.
was?
To me, you pay for your beats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Well, these guys are different.
If I'm
What's it?
All right.
It's certain. I mean, in certain genres, right? I mean, you buy a rap beat. Back in the day, you'd buy a rap beat. Listen, you couldn't even buy a rap beat back in the day.
no,
It would list that to you, right?
yeah,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or probably you'd pay $1,500 for a beat, and you have listen, and that's just for you to use it,
yeah,
right? You
yeah,
have no rights to that beat. That's not yours. The whole thing is yours, right? And after a certain time, if you don't use it, they give it to somebody else,
right,
right? Now, no, the whole table is turned now. Where, I mean, it's just so many producers online and so many things happen on the internet,
yeah,
where
Sure.
guys just listen. And this guy from Africa will tell you, listen, I'm not, I'm not here to, I'm not worried about later, and I want money now,
no, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So once you pay them for their beat, that's all they care about. They don't worry about no royalties.
yeah,
They give you the beat. That is your beat.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Understand?
yeah,
So when I buy those beats, I get them in bundles. I
Mm.
mean, 5 6 beats at a time,
right,
right? And I'm looking at it, I'm paying $300. You know what much beats $300 can give me in Africa? I mean, how many reggae beats I can buy for that?
yeah.
Crazy.
That
I
is
know
crazy.
it was a rude awakening for me because I wasn't expecting that. I was like, what?
Right, right.
$500 for one song? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if
Uh,
I'm not trying to knock nothing, but if you know the returns is coming for it, sure, why not?
okay.
But the
Yes, I
return,
understand. I
but
understand. But listen, if somebody is producing a record, right? Let's just say somebody said, oh, listen, I'm gonna build this rhythm and then I'm gonna put live bass on them. I'm saying everything live. I understand because
mhm.
a live bass and drums and all that, that's
Oh,
probably $200 to
oh
US
yeah, for sure.
for every instrument we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to build a beat like that, we're talking about a grand.
Right.
You got to think about it like that,
Right.
right? Now, if you're in high demand and your thing popping and you know the returns coming and yeah, you can afford to do that. I
Yeah.
can afford to send to tell Dada, yo, create this and that for me, and then that I say, okay, well, it's live everything, and it's gonna cost you a grand,
Right.
and to then mix and master it all that too. I can understand that. Now you're in high demand, you have the we say in 1 gig you might make that $1,000 back, right?
For sure.
That's
Yeah.
all good. That's all
Mm-hmm.
good if that's the case. But you have a quality record,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
no, but now if you put in your production and we're just talking about guys who sit behind the computer,
Yeah. Yeah.
give you a beat with one note. Not it don't have a bass line. Understand? This thing don't have a bass line, right? That's a one note boom 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 for the whole beat,
Yeah.
and you selling $300.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You believe this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to go through that. Some one of these guys had to take the rhythm from him, then call a bass player, then call a guitar player, then call it. I have to remake the whole beat, but I
Yeah.
don't pay that man $300 for a beat.
Damn.
Actually, that don't make no sense.
That
You know what I'm
is
saying?
crazy.
So I'm saying the quality of the music is so weak, you
Right.
know, and everybody has a price on their music.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So now so they blow your heart. They blow your heart because everybody eating,
Yep.
producers eating. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Now everybody. I seen guys from Grenada and St. Vincent making booyah beats.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Dude. Last
No,
week, last Saturday, we had there was a gig up here. Dominica meets St. Lucia.
huh?
So it's Island Therapy, Big Ben, and St. Lucian DJs, St. Lucian performer. I kid you not. I walk in there. I know how Big Ben plays because I play Big Ben all the time. Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm part of Island Therapy. I know how we play.
yeah.
I walked in there and I was trying to wonder, would they have another Dominican DJ there? Because all you hear from the other DJs was booyah music. And I kid you not, they
Yeah,
played more CK than CK have recorded. Like those guys are playing CK after CK, and I'm like, what are you guys trying to prove?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just to show, yeah, booyah music is the, I guess, in high demand now. So, and see what
Yeah.
happens.
So I mean, it's great for producers and artists. I mean,
Right.
artists will make collabs, you know, and well, you know, when you listen. I've been in the tri-state. I've seen so many bands, right? So many bands try to play booyah. Booyah is not an easy music to play.
No,
Understand?
No.
the drummer, the
I
drummer is the key. If you do not have the drummer, don't try it.
that's a drum. It's drum and bass.
Yeah,
You,
drummer
know,
and bass.
you gotta have that vibe. You understand?
Yeah,
And I've seen it so many times that we have bands from St. Kitts, Antigua, Virgin Islands trying to play booyah. And sometimes we used to be on shows with them, and at one point they had like the bigger crowd,
hmm
and and we used to try to play what they playing, and they trying to play what we playing.
right.
Until the Dominican said, no, 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 like, where you guys from? Like,
Yeah,
somebody look at us and say, where you guys from? Like, well, every time we come, it's like a VI vibes. All you have like a Saint
one,
Kitts kind of music. Where the only man from? Like, and it's because we had a couple other man in the band as well, like from Antigua
right.
and well, Antiguans. We had two Antiguans in the band.
Yeah,
So we had a kind of Antigua and VI vibes when we first hit the Bronx.
right.
Understand? And it took us a while to get out of that because Dominicans were furious, like
Yeah,
because they just taking like you go play alongside a band, you playing what they want to hear,
yeah,
they playing what the Dominicans want to hear.
yeah. That,
You tell me you have this twisted.
yeah, yeah.
And so it took us a little while to just drop it, and then we came across a whole arsenal of CK rhythms, and that was it.
Right.
I mean, once we once we launched that out, that was it. The royalty band was like the new CK. I mean,
Right.
well, what do you say? Yeah, and we always one thing give respect to the members of WCK at that time. Like always every time they come up, like they would always request royalty to play with them, or just always there to give advice. I mean, like, listen, man, this is what you do. Listen, we have guys that from DA that was playing Boya and CK and the CK members would say, you don't have that. That's not correct.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm telling you. So Boya is a hard thing to play.
hmm
Guys, you're missing something. That's just not. That's not balanced about it. What you playing there?
Yeah, it's something
You're
off.
missing. Yeah, you're missing a little piece right
Yeah.
there. I mean, so I'm just saying. I hear so many bands play Balance Bati as well. Like that song especially, and
hmm
it's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not like only CK could play that song.
no, but you have to hear people that's not Dominican play it, and it's just
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, CK is authentic playing Balance Bati, but
Yeah.
when you hear somebody that's not Dominican playing it, it's like what?
It's not the same.
Like,
Listen,
I
I've
don't
heard
understand.
Dominican bands play bands, but it doesn't sound good like CK.
Yeah, it's authentic song right there.
It
There's
does.
the parts, that's everything. You have to get it right.
All right.
I mean,
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining me. Our two other guests, well, one of our other guests couldn't make it, and I will apologize on Iola's behalf that she was having issues connecting with us. So hopefully we could get her on, in the near future when everything is kind of sorted out. But I thank you guys for taking the time out and joining me tonight. And this was definitely fun. Abby has been here for the third time.
I'm family now.
Was that?
I am family right now.
Been family from time, especially when we had that one-on-one conversation. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
sister, so we're good." So definitely look forward to talking to you guys again in the near future. Looking forward to hearing some more of your music. Abia, she's doing a calypso thing. Make sure you guys go out and support that. And of course, Challenger has his song out right now. So going
yeah, man,
harder,
yeah.
go harder. So definitely support that as well. All right, support the music, support the culture, guys. if you want to give out your social, you want to big up anybody, now is the time to do so. And I guess Abia, we could probably just start with you. And yeah.
Yeah, man, I just want to big up everybody who tuned in tonight. I'm seeing Obanga there. Challenger, you mentioned his name and you just draw him out. Obanga, Obanga, big up to you and everybody in the chat room. Aziz Hill, Jacinta from Houston, DJ Cartel. Yes, I DJ, and everybody who joined in and gave us, commendations, and even Ra is in the midst right now. So bless up and big up. And if you want to check out my music right now is online. That's where we purchase it on Amazon.com. So I would encourage, first of all, purchasing our tunes online. So you see how you normally order online on Amazon? You can literally type in names of artists and then you get their albums or singles online and you can literally purchase it. So feel free to do that. On my anywhere else that you stream music, you will find Abia Israel right there. Um, Spotify and all that. And feel free to follow me, YouTube, mm-hmm. X or Twitter and Facebook, Instagram for sure. I recently started TikTok. I'm kind of getting into it. So feel free to follow me there. And I just want, I appreciate the positivity that you all have shared in the chat room and to us. And even in person, I'm sure messages, Challenger has gotten messages. I've gotten messages of people who just love the vibes. So it encourages us a lot. So thank you guys so much and have a blessed night. Thank you.
Nice. I do you
Yeah,
think?
man. Yeah, man. I want to give a shout. I want to give a shout to all the people that's tuned in. You know what I'm saying, big up yourself. You know what I'm saying, enough love and respect as well. You know what I'm saying, I can see all the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna big up yourself. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Peters as well. You know what I'm saying, listen. So it's like I just want to just pass my message to the people, especially the the Booyah lovers. I mean, I think Booyah is on a level that we've been waiting for. Um, so it have it good, it have it good, and have it bad to it, have it pros, have it cons. You know what I'm saying? We just love it and support it and make it thing fly. You know what I'm saying? I want to big up everybody that play part in my production. I'm saying big up yourself, Mass Man, big up Mega Beats, you know, and my engineers out in Africa. Let's say big up yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanna share some good vibes. I mean, look out for them tracks coming out. I have two more records to drop for Carnival. Um, Send me a message. That was saying check me on Facebook, Floyd Challenger, YouTube, Mr. Challenger, and just those music are also on digital platforms. You can check on Spotify and the whole nine. I mean, and I mean, do what you have to do, support the vibes. You know, also look out for new music next year. Putting out this dancehall EP, and it's gonna be kind of mixed. So it would be dancehall on one drop as well. You know what I'm saying, I just keeping the ball running. And I got some good things in the making coming up for next year. You know what I mean? So I will definitely keep you guys posted and see where we can go from there. And I say much love to everybody. I say love and respect, and I'll see you sometime soon, near in the future. You know what I mean? Blessed love.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys again. Abia, Mr. Challenger, pleasure. Talk to both of you guys in the near future. All right. There you have it, folks. Our two guests for the night. 'Cause we didn't get to the comments. This was heavy tonight. I liked it. I thank you guys for the comments. Greatly appreciated. I like the fact that the comments, you guys have conversations among yourself about these things. Support the artists, not just these two artists, but support our genre of music. Period. All right. And let's just break the internet and take it to a next level. I go by the name of Novelist. I am writing solo tonight. I'm writing solo next week. Um, to everybody, whatever you choose to do this weekend, however you choose to do it, be safe. And yeah, go hard, but don't go too hard, all right? On behalf of Dissect, Island Therapy, Sip and Chat, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Have a blessed week, a blessed weekend, and yeah, let's just wait for the next video, and I'll see you guys. Yes,
Well, yeah, man. It's your girl Jonelle, reggae singer, songwriter, and producer from Brampton, Ontario. I will be on the Dissect Show on January 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you guys tune in. Be sure to check out Island Therapy's YouTube and Facebook channel. And you can also check us out on tdntv.net. Make sure you mark the dates in your calendar because I would love to have you there.
So I'm Janine Zabi across.
I'm Janelle Zabi. And we're Zabi Street.
So this is what you be time, the inside and we're ready to come.
Are you, Jewel? You know I'm hidden talents that you're not talking about.
Let's get to the bar. Ain't no bar, Mr. Drum.
Yeah.